People are always fighting over postcodes that their mums are renting.
H, do you want to be the Sif babe mother with her? Sis, move out of their way. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Babysit, where we are back reading some insane stories for you guys.
I'm Marie.
And I'm Mel. Welcome. All right, let's get into the first story. The first story comes from True Off My Chest. This is going to be a good one. I laughed in my dad's face after my mum turned down his marriage proposal. I shouldn't find this so funny. Mad. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would probably be me. Something important before starting is that I'm a 27 male and my parents never married. My paternal grandfather married my grandmother after she got pregnant with his first son, my dad. And when the second baby came, he found out it wasn't his, but couldn't divorce her because our family are extremely religious. Not anymore, and divorce would not be on the table for him, since it would mean all of his family would cut him off, and he stayed with her until she passed away. My dad, who saw how unhappy his father was and how it affected his own life and his half-siblings too, decided he wouldn't marry until he had 2 kids of his own blood with his girlfriend. To be fair, he did talk with my mum about it, and initially she was okay with it since she understood how it affected him. I honestly somehow do too, but it still seemed unfair to my mum.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I didn't understand at the time, and as a teenager, I didn't feel the right to butt in or say anything. Well, my parents had me and were happy, but there were no marriage plans yet. But it was fine, they just needed to have another child. So, they tried for years and years and years, and now here we are, his only son, almost in his 30s, and they are still not married. My mum had fertility issues, but she wasn't infertile, and they attempted to get pregnant for many years despite the difficulties, but they never could. My mum suggested I go for adoption, but it didn't align with my dad's self-imposed rule of having 2 biological children with his partner to marry, so he declined. They eventually stopped trying and seemed okay together, but my mum constantly asked to get married since they were together since high school, but my dad did not want that because he wanted to marry after having 2 children, which was now off the table. So eventually my mum gave up and stopped asking. With that said, there was never an issue out of it that affected me directly until a few years ago. See, as I'm an only child, my parents kind of expected me to give them a grandchild. And when my parents, or should I say my dad, decided to stop trying for another baby, they agreed that they would marry when I have my own child.
What is these rules?
I didn't know it until 2 years ago, because a few years ago I came out as gay.
No, come on.
And evidently I won't have any biological kids.
Damn.
I don't discard the possibility of adoption, but it's not in my plans, and my dad wants a bio grandson. So, unintentionally, I destroyed that last hope of them helping raise my child to finally get married, although it's not my fault, but my dad's ridiculous norm he had for himself, so I don't feel one bit of guilt or any remorse. At this point, my mum doesn't even care about marriage anymore. She's 58, and even before I revealed I was gay, she didn't think she would ever get married to my dad because of how much he seemed to have in his requirements to compromise. A few days ago, my parents, 2 of my aunts, my uncle, my dad's half-brother, and I were celebrating my mum's birthday, and she was having a nice time. She was smiling a lot, and we were giving out our presents to her to open on the spot. When it was my dad's turn, it was one of the first gifts she opened. It was a small box. No, it wasn't a rings box. It was like the size of a necklace box, so it wasn't that obvious at that moment. And when she opened it, there was a paper that said, "Would you marry me?" She turned to my dad, who was getting on one knee, taking out an engagement ring out of his pocket and waiting for my mum's response, who was looking at him with a strange look that almost seemed to make me laugh by how serious she was. She looked at him, then at my family, who were visibly more shocked than her. I was 2, but I was kind of just staring blankly. So apparently, no one other than my dad knew about his proposal plans. And she just said, let's not spoil the moment right now. Let me open the rest of the gifts. My dad apparently was shocked by how indifferent my mum was and sat down without saying anything, while my mum went back to cheerfully opening the rest of her gifts. And the rest of the family was also enthusiastic about it. Maybe a bit too excessively, but I guess it was to avoid thinking of the awkward moment that had just happened. And after enjoying the meal, we all went to our homes. Well, that was 2 days ago, and today my dad asked if he could come to my house, and I said yes. I thought he was going to vent about what happened at my mum's birthday, and I was totally right. He cried a bit, saying he had planned to propose to my mum after thinking a lot about it, that he was now ready, and that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her, that he couldn't believe she humiliated him like that in front of the family. And the whole time I had to keep my straight face because it was so difficult because of my dad's nonsense until he said the last phrase and I couldn't hold back anymore and started laughing my arse off. Obviously, he got mad and asked why I was making fun of him. I don't hate my dad, but I was a little too mean to him and said a lot of stuff I didn't say as a teenager and even as an adult because it wasn't my business how they handled their relationship. To summarize, I told him something like, I don't know what you expected after leaving my mum waiting for almost 40 years for a proposal. You didn't need to wait for her to get pregnant again just because that old hag was a cheater. Or did you think my mum was a cheater too? If she was a cheater, why did you stay? If you knew she wasn't, what was the point of that stupid goal of having 2 children to prove she wasn't having an affair? And I kept going off on him for like 40 minutes.
Good.
He was so shocked I raised my voice to him since I had never done that to anyone. He stayed quiet during my whole rant.
Good.
And when I finished, he just avoided looking at me and simply apologized. I gave him some coffee before he left so he would calm down and possibly talk to my mum. I think they will get married. But I was so annoyed that he decided to do it at the worst moment, in the worst place, and in front of everyone, and then complained he felt humiliated, as if my mum wasn't waiting for him for decades, for him to not even consider marriage until they got old. Bruh, I just wanted to rant. Sorry for the long text. LOL.
No, that is hilarious. The mum was fed up. Do you know how long she's been waiting? And also, I'm sorry, even from the beginning, I was like, what are these stupid rules? You have to have 2 babies first, and then he needs a bio grandchild. Like, what is these rules? Don't get me wrong, I know generational trauma is a thing. Things get passed down to us. The stuff that we witness, we don't want to go through it ourselves. But honestly, if you find a good one, you stay with that good one. It's straightforward. Your grandma, unfortunately, was not. So that was on your granddad. He endured and he went through everything. But for your dad to pass it down, it's now got him to here. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, he did it to himself. My opinion is he done all of that to himself. As for the 40-minute rant that Opie did to his dad, maybe it was time that he heard it. Maybe it might have not come and been delivered in the way that he wanted, but yeah, like, what did you expect? 30 years later, and you just expect her to jump up and be like, yay! Has she not been waiting herself? She's been waiting decades. Like, come on. No. He did it himself. Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Literally.
No, exactly.
Oh, well.
I love that for OP.
Yeah,
I
me
really
too.
did.
Me too.
I think, do you know what? A lot of us just don't have the opportunity to just tell our parents what we really think.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad that he got to go off. And also he did it whilst defending his mum's honour.
Exactly.
Just saying, like, look, you know the character of my mum.
Yeah.
You know, you've been with her for decades. And based on that, why didn't you make the right call and ask for her hand in marriage, knowing that she's not a cheater? Men can be quite obsessed with like generation, what
Rules.
happened. No, not rules, with whatever happened generations before. And it's just like that seriously, it shouldn't influence your actual relationship.
But then they have rules. That's what I've noticed. As a result of past trauma, past occurrences, past situations that they did not even experience themselves, it'll be there through their mum, their aunt, etc. They then create ridiculous rules. And it's those rules that have now fucked him over. Like, he hasn't been able, and they went through like such hardship in terms of trying to have a second baby. That wasn't easy. Anyone that has to go through all of that, it's hard. It bears a heavy toll on the person and the people involved. So even Opie, that would have affected Opie as well. Like, oh, his parents are always trying desperately to have
Tension
another baby.
in the household.
It causes so much because of the dad's ridiculous rules that he enforced on everyone. Because it wasn't just his partner, Opie's mother, then it's on Opie, but he's gay, so now he's saying, oh, I can't even give you a bio kid, a grandchild. So no, the dad did it to himself. I don't care. Yeah. Oh well, honestly.
We've got a top comment. This whole story is nuts. Good on your mum for not giving in to the pressure of a public proposal to say yes. And good on you for getting on his ass about it after the fact. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he literally, both responses were perfect. He deserved that.
I'm in agreement.
He deserved to basically have a proposal dismissed.
Yeah.
It was dismissed, and then she continued.
But publicly as well.
Yeah.
Publicly as well.
Because
yeah.
did he not publicly deny her a
For
marriage?
decades.
For decades.
For decades. Either way, he didn't give Opie's mother what she wanted for decades. And just because he's now suddenly ready doesn't mean that she has to jump up and accept it. And I'm glad she was able to reject him publicly, because that's a small part of what she's had to endure. That's just a very small part. And sometimes, unfortunately, it'll be your kids. It'll be the kids that will really tell you what is what and how you've made other people feel. And you know what? If you have any kind of decency, sit there, shut up, and take it on board.
And I think that's what he did.
And I'm glad.
I'll be honest. But do you know what? I really hate that the dad's ridiculous rules were somehow part of Opie's story as well.
They were passed down.
Like,
That's how bad it was. No.
That's just nonsense.
No.
Mine is from Am I the Arsehole? Am I the arsehole for telling my sister to find another babysitter after she said, I don't know real stress because I don't have kids?
Nope.
So boom. I'm 30. I'm 30 female, no kids, no husband, living my best soft life.
Good.
I've got a decent job, my apartment stays clean, and I sleep like a baby every night. My sister, 33 female, has 3 little gremlins under the age of 7 and swears she's the only person on earth who's ever been tired. Last week, she hit me up on some, hey, can you watch the kids this weekend? My husband needs a break before we lose our minds. Cool. I was about to say yes until she hits me with, I mean, it's not like you've got anything going on. You don't have kids. You're probably just chilling anyway. Like, girl, did you really just call me a free trial version of a human being? So I told her flat out, nah, you can find someone else since chill life apparently ain't stressful enough to be respected.
Yeah.
Now she's mad. Telling the whole family I abandoned her when she's clearly drowning and that I'm selfish because I wouldn't step up just this once. Like, girl, you disrespected me mid-request. You fumbled your favour bag.
Yeah.
Now our mum's on the phone like, I get you're upset, but it's for the kids. And I'm like, that's cute, but I'm not your emergency childcare plan just because I'm not sleep deprived and covered in goldfish crumbs. So, am I the arsehole for refusing to babysit after she shaded my whole lifestyle like I'm not out here thriving?
No. Where's the respect? If you can't respect mine, why should I help out your situation at all?
And do you know what? It didn't help that you decided to go and rat Opie out to the rest of the family.
Exactly. But wait a sec, if the mum's coming to you and saying that, oh no, you should really be a little bit more considerate and, you know, babysit for your sister, why can't the mum?
Maybe she lives out of state.
Oh, well, not my problem.
Maybe the parents don't live close.
She's
I would
ungrateful.
just call 0891 50 50 childminder. If you need it, pay for it. That's it.
She's ungrateful and entitled, and she insulted Opie, who was
Yep.
going to help. So the answer is no, until she apologises and asks really, really, really nicely.
I still wouldn't. At least that one time she needs it, and I'll offer it another time.
Yeah. I would find plans, even if I had absolutely nothing to do. I'll just say thank you when she finally apologises and say, unfortunately, I'm busy that day. Maybe another day.
Top comment. She should learn how to ask for something. The reality is she's jealous because she chose to have 3 kids and she can't stand that you are living a life she secretly misses. That's why she felt entitled to insult you in the middle of asking you for a favour, as if you owe her free babysitting when she could hire somebody. And since your mama is so damn concerned, tell her to get her grandkids.
That's what I said. Yeah. She needs to learn to ask graciously. So this dilemma is from Am I the Arsehole? Am I the arsehole for expecting my husband to be home every night that he has his kids, my stepkids, at home?
No, it's not.
My husband has 2 kids from his previous marriage, both boys, 12 and 14. They are sweet kids, but they're teenage boys. They're wild. They tend to get into fights, they're messy, and listening is not their best life skill at this stage of brain development. I do not have bio kids of my own. I met these kids when we started dating about 4 years ago, and we've all lived together for about 2.5 years. Long story, but we moved last summer about 60 miles from our old home. The move was because the boys' bio mum got remarried to a guy who lived in a different part of the state. To avoid the kids bearing the brunt of the commute, we agreed to move. My husband still commutes to work, and I work from home full-time now. We have 50-50 custody of his kids. During the school year, we never have the kids on Monday or Tuesday nights. My husband enjoys playing low stakes bar poker games, so he generally does that on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's a very long drive to the venue where he plays, so he stays with his friends near our old house on those nights and doesn't come home. Not my favourite arrangement, but I go out of my way to ensure he feels like he has autonomy to enjoy his hobbies, something he definitely didn't have in marriage 1. The issue has come up with regards to our summer custody schedule, which switches to 1 week on, 1 week off from the normal school year schedule. It recently came out in conversation that he expected to still play his poker game on Tuesday nights during the summer, and that he was fully planning on staying with friends and not coming home these nights. It has always been our understanding and agreement that he would be home any night we have the boys here. When I brought this up, he told me he didn't think it was a big deal to not be home 1 night a week and to expect me to handle everything on those nights. I am super uncomfortable being here with them alone. They make me anxious. I hate when they fight, and I don't think it's my place as a step-parent to discipline them. If they were kids who just read books and sat in silence all night, I might feel differently. But there's always a greater than 0% chance that someone is literally throwing punches, and I have no interest in being solely in charge of that situation. I already am the default parent for laundry, school pickup, scheduling meals, and the primary caretaker anytime during school breaks since I work from home. I have clearly communicated to my husband how I feel about being here alone with them, so he is aware. Beyond how it impacts me, I don't think it's a great example for the kids either. It's not like my husband is on work trips. It's like, hey, Dad would rather play poker than be here with you. I just feel like part of being a parent is you have to plan your life around kid stuff. My husband already has it easier than most because of joint custody and the fact that I am happy to sacrifice some of the few days we would have been alone, the two of us, so that he can pursue his hobby. So, serve it to me straight. Am I the arsehole here? My husband is making me feel like I am, but I just feel like this is me making a reasonable ask and trying to set a very legitimate boundary.
Your husband doesn't know it, but he's on his way to having a second ex-wife with this little attitude. He needs to be at home. Be at home. They come every Monday and Tuesday you need to be at home. Drive back. I don't understand what the issue is. It's poker. If I was going to see my dad, I'll be like, "Whoa, where's dad?
Yeah, literally.
Why am I here with you? Where's dad?
Exactly.
Love you and that. You're cool, but you're not my mum. So where's dad? I come here we have joint custody of the kids.
Yeah.
So joint custody it. Be at home.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's so many red flags with this story. I think it's a great deal for him, but it's not it's not a good deal for OP. Like, OP, even the setup, it seems really weird. Sorry, but I just think there's no reason why he can't come home. It's a long drive. Oh, well, tell him to play a game closer to home. Like, why can't you come back home? Why are you missing every week? Come back home.
It's because she mentioned it in the story. Clearly, in his last marriage, that shit didn't run.
No, but he can still. Basic May's point is he can still play
Come
poker,
home.
but play it somewhere else.
Babe,
It's just a game.
Let me land.
Yeah.
It clearly worked. It didn't work in his last relationship. So she's doing everything so that she gets to be this yes person in this current relationship. But it's working against her because now he's staying out all night every week, and so now you have your husband 5 days, 5 days every week, so he can go and play poker,
and half
or
of the week
be with
is
his
with
other family.
Yeah, literally.
That's what I was going to say.
Rubbish.
But also, let's do the maths. They get the kids 50-50, right? 2 of the days, 2 out of 7 days, he's actually not present, so 5 days are left. Half of those days are spent with the kids. So how much time does she actually get with her husband?
She doesn't.
Right. She doesn't get much time with her husband. So this is actually a really bad deal for her. I don't know why she's gone and agreed to this. And then it sounds even worse when you actually take into consideration what she was saying. She was saying that she
The default
cooks,
parent.
cleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the
She
primary
works from
parent.
home.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know what's so great about this relationship. And you're telling me that you're suffering from anxiety with the kids. This is a bad relationship. I think that she needs to exit the relationship, personally. It sounds like she's doing too much and she's bending over backwards just to keep this man.
Yeah, because he had a bad time in the other relationship.
And so
I'm going to be the
what?
perfect wife, and here you shall suffer.
And she is, and that's the word. I think she's suffering silently. I think this is a cry for help. I think her going on Reddit and typing her story is a cry for help. Yeah. And I think that she actually just needs to exit the relationship. She needs to tell him, under no circumstances, if you've got custody of your kids, you're present. Like, that's just it. Like, stop all of this, last time in that relationship and he loves his game. As a parent, you need to sacrifice. And you can sacrifice your game. Sacrifice your game just for this summer period. Mind you, no one's saying give it up for like the rest of the year. It's only for I don't know how many weeks, how many months.
Yeah.
The
Maximum
summer
8.
Thank you. It's
6 to 8 weeks.
It's a summer period. The year has 52 weeks. Please.
Also, his poker is not school. Like, what is this?
I don't
You can. There are different poker community games everywhere in the world. Whether you're online, whether it's in person, there are community games everywhere. Like, it doesn't have to be
It's
the one
not
close
making
to his
sense
old
to me,
house.
you know?
And he is the parent. You lot have made really valid points in terms of he should be present when he has the kids. That's
It's his kids.
just literally
Listen,
like
when
that's
I
just
used
a
to go
standard.
to my dad's in France and his wife was there, I'd be looking at her like, hello,
Yeah, like
where's my father?
exactly.
You're cool in that, but I don't want to be here with you solely. Like, once I went and he went on a trip, why aren't we going on the trip? Why am I here with the rest of them? I don't want to
Why
be
aren't you
here.
coming after the
Like,
trip when
I
he's
didn't
back?
understand. So, from the kids' point of view, they're probably looking at you like, why is it always you?
But also, can I just say, she didn't sound equipped to look after kids as well. She's saying if they were kids who just like were quiet and read a book all day.
She means
Get real. Get real. No, seriously.
No, but wait,
No,
so
there's
wait,
some
so
kids who are always in their bedroom.
Boys that are 12 and 14-year-olds in 2025. Do you know what? Actually, forget the year it was written. Get real. I don't think that she wants to be a parent,
But remember,
if I'm being honest.
she has no bio kids, and that's absolutely fine. And not everybody, even when you have kids, are equipped to deal with, I guess, really active boys. As someone that's got brothers, like it is a lot. It's a lot to handle, honestly. So she's well within her rights not to be able to handle two active boys. That's fine. But the problem, honestly, is the fact that the husband is shagging his responsibilities.
I know.
He's literally shagging it, and not for anything.
Shirking.
Shagging in terms of South London slag guys, you know, South London. But he is shirking his responsibilities as a father. At the end of the day, it's absolutely fine for her to pick up here and there when he can't, but it's routinely that he's doing it every week without fail. And considering that they have them for the summer period, 1 week on, 1 week off, it's constant. Like, it's absolutely constant. He is the parent. He should be making some sacrifices and compromises. That's just how it goes. And he's shirking his responsibilities. Anyway, we have top comments. Back when this was happening to my brother and I, there was no 50-50 custody. So maybe people just view it differently now. But for us, if we had to go to my dad's house for a weekend and he wasn't available, we would be wondering where the fuck he was. To hang out with our stepmom, who we didn't really get along with anyway, but we could have been home instead with our staff and our friends. OP responded, "Thank you." This is exactly my point to him. The kids never outright say it, but they're always kind of like, oh, so why are we here if dad isn't? We have a fine relationship, but they don't want to hang out with me. They want to spend time with him.
That man doesn't want to be a dada. He wants to be playing poker.
Sometimes I'm like, it must be nice to be a guy, honestly.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
She's moved home. She's moved town.
No, and then you got the new wife that's being so amenable, bending over backwards, just
So
to
that
not
she's
be
not
like
like
his
that-
old wife,
Oh,
the first marriage.
Let
And
me
it's
tell
like,
you something. Me,
bro. But sometimes
if I ever end up being divorced and I get remarried, I'm going to interview the first wife.
yeah, it's
To
true.
know
though.
what the hell was going on
What it was
up in
really
there.
like, yeah.
What is
Because
going
sometimes I
on?
think us women, we bend over so much. Oh my God.
Out here thinking
are we
you're
even
the
here
better,
anymore?
Let me be the better version so he has a better time. Maybe he was
Yeah.
rubbish the first time round. He's been rubbish again.
Thank you. And you bend down so much, you're lying flat that people are walking over you.
Nah, man. Out here getting anxiety. It's not even your children.
I have a submission. Hello, guys. I recently came across your page, and after going through one of the biggest betrayals of my life, I felt I had to share my story. Last year, I married my partner of 4 years. We had 2 weddings, a traditional one in London and a destination wedding abroad. Now, having one wedding is expensive enough, but having 2 was a massive financial strain. Still, I told myself, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I wanted my wife to have the wedding she'd always dreamed of. Leading up to the weddings, I started working 2 jobs. I was practically living at work, doing everything I could to make it happen. My partner also picked up a second job to help fund things. Fast forward to the wedding, everything went beautifully. We had fun, made memories, and everyone showed up. I couldn't have asked for more. But about a month later, things started feeling off. My wife and I were arguing more than usual, and most of those arguments went unresolved. Even though we were fighting, she kept to her routine: work, gym, seeing friends, and whatever time she had left, she would spend with me. We argued often about date nights. I felt like I was going above and beyond to plan things, yet she never seemed to appreciate it. Eventually, I got tired. I felt like I was pouring into her but getting nothing back. The tension started to affect our intimacy, and that's when I really felt something wasn't right. We even signed up for couples therapy, and while we were given tools to try, I couldn't shake the feeling that something deeper was going on. Then one night, while she was asleep, I got this sudden urge to check her phone. Not because I wanted to snoop, but because I genuinely thought maybe she'd been venting to someone about our issues. What I found next? I could have never imagined. There were messages between her and her male best friend from a few months back before our wedding. She was asking him how to message a mutual friend to book a dick appointment. As I scrolled, I saw more messages between her and that same friend, joking about how fun it would be for an engaged woman to sleep with this mutual friend. At first, I was furious at the male best friend, someone who'd been around me, even attended my wedding, for encouraging that kind of talk. Then I looked at her DMs with the mutual friend himself. They were flirty, and she'd even messaged him asking to meet up to smoke weed, which was strange because my wife was so against smoking weed. At that point, my head was hot. I couldn't keep reading. I woke her up and confronted her. Who is this guy? Why are you cheating? She played dumb at first, acting like she had no idea what I was talking about. I pressed her, asking why she was messaging her male friend about booking a dick appointment. She brushed it off, saying, "We were just joking." I asked, "Do you think that's appropriate? You're engaged or married and talking like this?" She kept insisting it was just harmless fun, but for me, that was a deal breaker. I had no proof of physical cheating yet, but everything pointed to it. I asked her directly if she'd slept with him. She swore she hadn't. She lied so convincingly that I wanted to believe her. I told her she'd crossed a major line, and that even though we were newly married, I wasn't sure I could continue because I no longer trusted her. I left the house to think things through. We'd been together 4 years, and never once did I think she was capable of this. After some time apart, she made efforts to earn back my trust. I told her that if we were to move forward, she'll need to cut off her male friend and stop talking to the mutual friend. She agreed. A few weeks later, I decided to just observe. I wasn't pressuring her. I wanted to see her actions. We had a trip to the Philippines coming up. When I first found out about the messages, I'd unfollowed the mutual friend from her Instagram. So one day I checked again and saw that they were following each other again. I asked her why. She lied straight to my face, saying, "I don't think you ever unfollowed him." At that point, I was exhausted. I just said, "Okay," and played along. The next day, she went to work and left her old phone at home while transferring everything to a new one. I took the phone, logged back into her Instagram, and went straight to her messages. There it was. She and the mutual friend had continued talking and flirting. Then I checked her recently deleted folder and saw explicit photos and videos of herself that I'd never seen before. I called her immediately, told her what I'd seen and that I was done. The lies, the deceit, I couldn't take it anymore. I said I was leaving the house and that I had her phone. She left work instantly and tracked me using Find My iPhone.
Wow.
I was sitting in my car going through the messages looking for something, anything, to confirm what I already knew, because I knew she would deny everything without proof. She pulled up to my car, banging on the window, demanding I open the door. I refused and showed her the messages through the glass. She started yelling, threatening to smash the window if I didn't open it. When I didn't, she picked up a brick and threw it at the car window. Oof. At that point, I thought about my safety and how it would look if things escalated, so I drove off. She ran to her car and started following me. Oh. While driving, she kept calling. I answered and let her have it. I told her how disgusting her behaviour was and begged her to just tell the truth. She kept lying. I felt every emotion at once: betrayal, anger, disgust. I didn't deserve this. I've always been loyal, never entertained other women, but the manipulation, the lying, even her threatening to harm herself to guilt me, it was all disgusting. Honestly, I don't even know how I stayed calm. I thank God every day because if not for His grace, I might have done something stupid out of rage. Since that day, I haven't heard from her. And I don't want to. I'm slowly starting to share my story because so many people know I got married, but have no idea what kind of demon I was married to. There's a lot more to the story, but that's the best condensed version.
Poor guy.
I know.
It sounds like he doesn't even know who he married.
Yep.
She sounds like an absolute demon, and she was able to hide a lot of who she was. Do you know what it was? It was not just the cheating for me. It was the fact of, like, her attitude towards weed. He thought that she wasn't even that way inclined, like she didn't like weed.
He said that she outright was disgusted by weed.
Exactly, but then it turns out that she's here
organising weed sessions.
Yeah, having weed sessions and chilling with weed. Like, I would question everything if I found that, because that's not who you presented to me. So, OP, I feel so sorry for you, honestly. I wish you time and healing and the strength to move on as well. I really, really hope you move on, because love is complicated. I know that you could go back, and I really hope that you don't, just because she seems like an absolute demon, villain, and I don't think it's who you thought she was. So therefore, I think you deserve better. I think you deserve the person that was presented to you. Good luck. Yeah.
I think a couple of episodes ago, we talked about when men talk about, say they don't like something, that's their type. I think the same goes for women. Like, she's talking about drugs. She wants the drug man. She wants to do the drugs. And she wants to be in a facility where the drugs are at. So I think people play opposites. They'll be like, yeah, I've got this geek or whatever it may be. But maybe they want the muscular bad boy. It's just the human experience. But when it comes to you, I just think take time and heal. There's nothing you could have really done, because this is how she presented herself. So it's not like, sometimes it's hard to spot these things. People are really good at lying. There are some people out there, they lie so well. And until you investigate, you won't even know what's going on. So don't beat yourself too hard about it. Just live your life and try to heal from it.
Yeah, he was blatantly deceived, but you were meant to be deceived. Honestly, you really were. She played a good game until she didn't. So as Marie says, it's really easy to internalize it. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I recognize? Why didn't I go through her phone earlier? Etc., etc. But try not to do that. Not saying that you are, but just walk away and try and heal, honestly.
Do you know what? Like, recently, I'm just calling people what they are. She was a bad person.
Yeah.
And I really love that he had the intuition to look through the devices and just, like, confirm everything. I just think that she's a bad person, and that's it. It's nothing to do with you. It is sad, though, that it happened so quickly into your marriage, and it is almost humiliating to get married and everybody go. And he mentioned 2 weddings, not 1, 2 weddings.
London
so
and
it was
abroad.
so it was a big affair, and obviously it was costly as well, right? So it's really public, and then it falls apart so quickly. I feel really, really bad for OP. I just think, let time do the healing.
And try not to think of it as a failure on your part, because I hear
Not
that's
at
what,
all.
That's what
She's a
happens
bad
with,
person, that's
exactly.
it.
But I hear that's what happens with divorce. A lot of people are ashamed, and they don't get divorced because they're seen as a failure, like they weren't able to make their marriage work. Don't do that. Like, as I said, try not to internalize a lot of things. This was not your fault. You finally came around and understood who you were married to. You finally know and she's not a good person. And also, say it again.
She's a fraud.
She's an absolute fraud. She deceived you. You were deceived. You were meant to be deceived. And also, please, a lot of people's marriages don't actually work out. So, like, really try not to blame yourself. A lot of people do get married and divorced within the same year.
Yeah, and also
there are a lot of stats around it.
Yeah, my advice as well is tell everyone.
It's true.
Tell everyone. This is my recent thing. I'm so tired. I'm telling everybody. Anybody does anything bad to you, tell everyone. I'm so tired of shame sitting with the wrong person.
Yeah.
She should be ashamed of her behaviour, because she was a bad person, and what she did, you didn't deserve.
It's true.
Tell everybody. Ruin her credibility. Ruin her character. Actually, not even ruin her. Expose her character.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, and don't feel ashamed about your part. You came as a good person with good intentions, and she had the opposite.
Yeah.
Let everybody know that she's a bad person.
Agreed.
Yeah, I love a breaking news. So mine is from our Reddit, OP Said Pod. Hello, ladies. I love your podcast.
Yay.
In your last episode, you asked for a bad date stories, and I definitely have one for you. It's a little long, but worth it. I, 24 female, went on a date with a guy. Let's call him Jalen. When we were both 19. This was COVID times around 2021. One day, Jalen texted me on Snapchat and asked to take me on a date. We knew each other from high school, but back then I had a boyfriend. At 19, I was freshly single and thought, why not? Red flag number 1. I ended up planning the date. I didn't think much of it since I was still being careful due to COVID. I lived with 2 high-risk family members. I suggested we go for a drive-in movie. He paid for the tickets, and that Friday he came to pick me up. But here's the problem. He wouldn't come to the door to get me. He sat in the car and said he couldn't because it might be a setup. My dad refused to let me leave until this man came to the door like a normal person.
Good.
Red flag number 2.
Wow.
After convincing him that it was not a setup, mind you, I lived in a very nice neighborhood, but I guess he has demons.
Wow.
He finally came to the door, met my parents, with masks, of course, and we left. On the ride there, he kept talking about how sexy I was in high school and how he thought I would go. Meaning he thought I was easy.
Whoa.
I told him I was just friendly and not used to attention, but I definitely didn't go then, and I don't go now. We got to the movie and I started noticing a stench. It smelled like weed. I looked around and saw ashtrays and other stuff in the car. For context, I had just recovered from a sore throat that week before, but I felt fine that day. The date ended terribly. He tried to initiate sex in another parking lot near the drive-in. I refused and he took me home. That's when everything went downhill. That night, my throat started killing me. It felt like there was a fat man sitting on my throat, weighing me down. I was exhausted, and one side of my throat was so swollen that my head tilted to one side.
Oh.
The next day, I was bedridden. To make things worse, I had left my wallet in his car. He brought it back, but gave me the same weird energy. I just walked outside, grabbed my wallet, and went back inside. He knew I wasn't feeling well and still had the nerve to ask me for a hug. Anyway, I called my doctor and got an appointment the next day. She tested me for every STD, even though I hadn't done anything in forever. The test came back negative, but I still felt awful. I went back the following day, and this time she said my tonsils were kissing. She told me to go to the ER immediately.
Oh, wow.
At the ER, they took one look at me and said they had to operate right away.
Oh.
They numbed me, pulled out the scalpels, and did emergency surgery. Turns out it had gotten that bad from smoke inhalation or other irritants. I stayed overnight in the hospital, and guess who texted me? Yep, Mr. I have demons. He checked in on me and then started making it sound like he wanted to see me in a sexual way. Luckily, even at 19, I had enough sense to tell him that this was not going anywhere. I told him to have a nice life.
Good.
Now, I'm back with my high school boyfriend. We're happy, and I got my tonsils taken out.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Those bad dates are... Hey,
I just really like her dad in this story.
Yeah.
I really like that her dad said no, he needs to come to the door.
Yeah. These
Have
are the
manners.
standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that, but do you know how many people...
Some guys don't even open doors for you.
Do you know what? I had to stop because I went out with a friend the other day and I was talking about the fact that guys don't make effort anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not too much effort to go to someone's front door to pick them up for a date.
But that's like old school dating, isn't it? Like nowadays...
That's how it should be, though.
I'm in total agreement, but nowadays you might not even be lucky to get a guy that opens the door for you.
No, but my
like
thing is...
we're at the bottom
No,
right now.
if we're meeting at a venue, fine.
Yeah.
But if you have my address, then the least you can do is knock on the door and come and collect me, no?
I mean,
I think
especially at that
that's-
age. If
Yeah.
my parents are inside the house, yeah, definitely. It's common courtesy.
That would be nice. But I'm glad that she's with her boyfriend and everything worked out. Some people are common thugs, man, honestly. There's all this smoking, mannerless. Like,
Yeah.
sis, I'm glad you were able to recognise it and understand that you are not equally yoked.
Yeah.
And you were able to put him where he was, which is on the side, and to dismiss him and not entertain him. Like, how can you, from inhaling ashtrays and stuff, then end up having your tonsils taken out?
I know.
That's
Some people
crazy.
Too much
sensitive.
happened from...
That no, I get it, but she shouldn't have been put in that situation in the first place. Your car should be clean. Why are there ashtrays? What? Why are you in a situation where, and in an environment where you're even around nasty toxins.
Do you know what?
That's disgusting.
I just really like the fact that she recognised that he was a bad boy and she said, "Nah, I'm not interested."
Yeah.
Because do you know
She's got standards.
I've never dated a bad boy. I've never had
Yeah, me
any
neither.
interest whatsoever.
Actually.
They can be there and I'm gonna be here. No thanks. I'm not interested. And she sounds like one of my people. Then she said no.
Yeah, I've been there, man. That bad boy lifestyle is hectic, as it sounds. Comment, legit sounds like a nightmare from the seventh circle of hell. Not gonna lie, you're better off without that level of cray in your life. You dodged a big bullet.
Yep.
Agreed. Okay, so our last story is a submission. I am a 29-year-old woman dating a 38-year-old man. I met him around May or June of last year, and we officially started dating in July. At first, I didn't even like him. I had just relocated for a new job and told myself I wasn't going to date anyone in this area. But somehow, we gave it a try and eventually we fell deeply in love. From the beginning, I asked if he was involved with anyone else because I didn't want any drama. He told me he was taking a break and focusing on his business and career. By the end of August, however, he was shot in the knee. While he was in the hospital...
He was shot? Where he live at?
No, this is giving Kevin Hart. Wait. We're not just gonna skip over that part.
While he was in hospital, he began mentioning that his baby mama was visiting him. I reminded him that he had said he wasn't dating anyone, and he replied that they weren't on good terms but still had a connection. When he was discharged, he asked me to stay at his house because he didn't want to be alone. Just 2 days later, he told me his baby mama and their child would be visiting for the weekend. I was shocked. How could they not be on good terms yet still spend the weekend together?
Because they're still together.
Because they're
they
still
had an
together.
argument.
Well, not long after, he admitted that he loved both of us and couldn't leave her. I wanted to walk away, but he kept begging me to stay. Despite all of the red flags, I ignored them because I loved him.
And now you're in a throuple.
He has 6 kids with 5 different women. One of his baby mothers was originally with his friend, but he cheated with her and they ended up having a child.
Wow.
At first, he even denied the baby until DNA confirmed it. Eventually, he claimed to leave all of the other women behind and chose me. Or so I thought.
You don't have a child yet. You wait.
He cheated on me once with that same baby mama, but I forgave him. Earlier this year, we moved in together and now we've been living together for about 6 months. Last weekend, however...
Sorry, what?
There's so many red flags.
Including you, sis. You a red flag too.
Everything is on fire.
It's a blazing squad.
Okay. Last weekend, however, I came home and found him in bed, naked, with that same baby mama. He claimed he was drunk, didn't know how she got into the house, and insisted nothing happened. But the situation was obvious.
Naked in the bed. I'm sorry.
Naked.
But he doesn't know what happened.
He's like,
I
"Ooh,
plead
it
the
wasn't
fifth,
me.
Your Honor.
Was she coming on camera?
Yeah, it wasn't me. But the situation was obvious. This woman has always been hostile towards me, questioning why he left all of these baby mothers to be with me, especially since I don't have a child with him. After that incident, I moved out and returned to my own place. Now he's begging me to come back, swearing it meant nothing and blaming it on alcohol. The truth is...
I thought he said he didn't know what happened.
Well, the truth is we've been through a lot together and it's hard for me to let go. But deep down, I don't know what to do anymore. Best regards, H.
H, you haven't been through enough. Yeah. Let me tell you, yeah. H, get it together.
My
H,
beard.
do you want to be the 6th baby mother? Because one thing he can do really well is make them kids.
Procreate.
Do you want to be the 6th baby mother in a disorganized something? I don't know what this is. But this, do you know what it is? It got worse.
Yeah.
It got worse and then worser. Everything that you're saying, he's a red flag. He's a walking red flag anyway. This love that women have to be chosen, but it's finishing me. No, it is because he told her that he left everybody behind, and she's the chosen one.
I know.
And this love that women have, oh, it's with me, I make it. Like, I'm so tired of women thinking that they're special. You're not special. And don't listen to him telling you that you're special. You're no different. You're just his current victim. That's literally it.
It's just your turn, sis. It's just your turn.
This need that we have to feel that
women
we're
do
chosen,
that, yeah.
that
But
we're seen, that we're better than all the exes that came before us.
But it's
we need
guys.
to wake up.
Yeah, but
no,
guys-
okay,
no, but wait,
yes,
wait, wait,
The
but
men will
guys-
say it, but we need to be smart, Melinda.
Agreed. I'm all about accountability. Everybody knows that, yeah? But the thing is, guys do it purposefully. They start pitting us against each other and saying that, oh, he's left all of them to be with you. That makes you feel incredibly special. And I disagree with May by saying women aren't special. Yes, we are.
Not like that. I'm just saying for every time.
No,
It's
she's
don't
saying,
think-
I
it's
think
been-
she meant
No, I know.
you're
I
not
know what she
special to
meant.
him. You're
I
just
know-
his victim.
I know exactly what she meant, but I just don't think she
yeah,
worded it correctly.
I may have put it incorrectly, but it's
Yeah.
only because of passion.
I've heard the passion. We've heard the fire. Don't worry. Okay, so they do it on purpose, and this girl is falling for it. OP is falling for it. You are just his current victim. That's what it is. It's your turn, sis. That's all it is.
OP wise up.
But wise up to the fact that it's always the same baby mama. Do you know that?
Right.
He's got 5, but
That's
it seems to be that
his
one.
love.
Yeah, it seems to be that one that seems to be causing the drama. Everything's around her. Anytime there's any drama, it's her. It's her that's in his bed whilst he's drunk. It's her that had the baby with with him while she was with his friend. It's her. Sis, move out of their way.
It's true.
Move out of
You're
their
in the
way.
way- you're getting
and
in the
let
way of
them
their
be
story.
together. That would be my advice for you. But anyway, you do know better. That's why you're writing in. Do better, and be with better.
Hey, I think you're mad. I think you're mad because
crazy.
this story only got worse. Everything you said about him is rubbish. Like, I don't want to mince my words when I say he doesn't sound like a great catch by any means.
all.
Telling you, oh, I don't know how I arrived naked and
alcohol.
I don't know what happened, and then
Blaming on
suddenly it's alcohol.
alcohol.
The excuses are weak
Very.
as well. They're very, very weak. But wise up, rise up, and leave.
I only really
Permanently,
have-
because apparently you've left for now.
Yeah.
For now, I think he can say a few things and get you back. But what I'm asking is that you leave permanently.
Yes.
I just want to know what happened when he got shot.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
true.
Like-
Give all the details, sis.
Like, I'm
How did she skip over that?
I'm so mad that you deleted that one. Did he get shot because
He was in the wrong place, wrong time.
because of the cheating?
Yeah.
That's
Was
what
the
I
mother?
say. Was it a baby mama that shot him?
Like, what was it? I would the only questions I have are they've covered the rest of the story. I would like to know the tea on the shooting because I've never been in the same space as someone that's been shot.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, at least 1 or 2 males have been chased to be stabbed.
That's true.
Yeah,
One-
did.
100%.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
crazy.
Like, in inner London, absolutely.
Yeah.
People are always fighting over postcodes that their mums are renting. There's no way.
Yes, man.
There's always.
Not their mums are.
No, it's
renting.
true. I've always thought
Yeah.
that's crazy. Oh
They've
yeah, but
always-
it's, I rep this. Da, 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 da. Excuse me. Has anyone here got a mortgage? No. Okay, cool.
I feel
Always.
we're losing our way.
I think we are, yeah.
No, but that's what I want to know. But when it comes to that guy, you haven't told us one thing that's so special as to why you moved out and moved in with him. Wild. That was crazy. But I'm so glad you regained your consciousness and you left and went back
But
to
she
your
says she
own.
doesn't know what to do anymore. Yes, you do.
No, you know what to do.
You do.
You definitely should find a
do.
new love.
Yeah.
Find a new love. It's not that easy, but it definitely is better than what you're going
It
through.
But
has
it's
to be
also
easier
not that
than
hard.
this.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This is hard. It doesn't have to be this hard.
Like, that's
there is
crazy.
easier.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. You said he cheated on you.
Yeah.
No, I think he was cheating with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be really harsh and honest, girl.
I think you are the side chick.
That's his real girlfriend.
That's the
That's the
main.
girlfriend.
That's the
You're the
main.
one that he stepped out with.
Yeah, that's the main.
To be honest, I feel like the other girl is just really great at this game that they play. They have a game that they
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
and she's really good at it. Of course, she's gonna come. She's gonna come and ruin every relationship after
Yeah.
her because she can, and she's gonna ask you, "Why is it you and not me?" She is coming for you. He's gonna continuously cheat with this girl because she's not gonna let him go. I think you should let him and her be together and play those games
Step
together.
out of their way. I
Like
swear.
just leave it alone. You don't need to be in a relationship with these two. It's extremely
These two.
toxic. No, because she
Is
absolutely
it a
is.
throuple? At this point,
You
is
ain't
it a
lying.
throuple?
It's
Do let us
true.
know.
Absolutely no.
No,
H, it's you and them.
crazy.
It's true. And if you're in a throuple, that's fine. Just be honest with yourself about it, though. But anyway, thanks for joining us. This is the end of the episode. Please let us know what more Reddit stories you'd like to hear from us. And also, give us a hype on YouTube.
And see you later.
See you later. Every Mondays at 5 p.m. UK time. Don't forget. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I have a joke.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Hit me.
What did one plate say to another?
Slide on top of me.
I never have an answer for this.
Plate me up. Get on top of me.
No, it said, it's a bit dirty, said, dinner is on me.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. That is a winner, baby.
I mean,
I like that one. That was good. That's
I
really
mean,
good. Yeah.
it's where we're at, baby.
No. I mean, like in general, who called it dad jokes?
Oh, because it's just
God, I don't
it's
know.
a certain criteria of these jokes. Like they're just like quite dry, and dad jokes are like supposed to be dry and obvious.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of OP Said, where we are back reading some insane stories for you guys.
I'm Marie.
And I'm Mel. Welcome.
Okay, let's go into the
Why
first
do you
story.
talk like a chat show host? Do that again, man.